Valtteri, you're starting P3 today. I know that wouldn't have been where you'd like to have started, but when you consider what you did in 2017, might be a good omen.
I think honestly, third place is a good spot to start here, and I know it from experience as well. So yeah, of course, you still need a good start, and you need to really maximize the tow ahead. But yeah, I do acknowledge that there's all the opportunities today.
Tell me about the strategic advantage of starting on the medium tyres.
For us, it was always kind of the tyre that we thought is going to be the best option for the best race time. And yeah, you know, it just opens up a bit more opportunities in the first stint, and yeah, I can still go short if the situation is like that, but obviously would prefer maybe to go a bit longer and have better tyres towards the end of the race. But yeah, I'm happy with that tyres.
It certainly feels warmer today. The wind seems to have dropped a little bit, but I know that's really been a factor around here. Just tell us about the challenges of driving at this circuit.
Well, yeah, the wind direction always makes maybe a bit bigger difference than many people could think of. You know, it just can really change a lot the grip in certain corners, and yeah, today is again slightly different, and you need to adapt to it pretty quickly. And in other ways, this circuit is pretty peaky in terms of grip. So if you have a snap oversteer or understeer, you tend to lose quite a bit of grip quite suddenly. But that's same for everyone, and I'm comfortable with that.
All the best today. Thank you for your time. Here he is, the pole. Oh, sorry, Valtteri, your own language. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Lewis. Could you just say a few words of Finnish, please?
Yeah.
Lewis will translate.
Tänään lähdetään medium-pyörällä ja mun mielestä se on ihan oikea valinta, että hyvät aikaa, jos pystyttiin pysyä suunnitelmassa ja tiedän kokemuksesta täällä, että lähdöstä niin on kolmospaikalla tosi hyvät mahkut, niin kaikki näyttää paperilla aika hyvältä tähän päivään, että pitää kyllä se voitto sieltä nappaa tavalla tai toisella, ja meillä on paljon siihen tulee olemaan mahiksia kisan aikana, tietenkin lähtö on kaikista tärkein, mutta kaikki valmista ja koitetaan ottaa se, mikä mun mielestä mulle täällä kuuluu, eli se voitto.
Thank you. I understood every word. It does. Well, Lewis, congratulations, pole position. It didn't come easy yesterday though, did it? I mean, that was crazy scenes in Q2. One of the toughest sessions you said you've had in your career. You still managed to put it on pole though.
But I'm like, is it Dory? I have a really short memory, so I don't remember all the qualifyings that we've had, but it definitely felt, at least from what I remember this year at least, yeah, it was intense, and definitely added some years to at least my life, but I'm sure all my mechanics and engineers and probably people that are watching. So, but I mean, today it's it's hotter. It's another 5 degrees hotter than it was in practice. It's going to be a really hard day today, and it's. Even though I'm starting pole, I'm generally on the back foot really, so it's going to be a real challenge. It's going to be very hard to win today, I think.
That's interesting because everyone would just assume that you would want to take pole, but it does come at a disadvantage here. Just explain why that is.
Well, it's not just that. I'm on the soft tire. The soft tire and the medium tire. The medium and the hard can do twice as much at least of the soft tire distance-wise. So even if I do manage to hold on to the lead at the start, it's very, very, very hard with that tire, because it's being that the temperature's up, the wear is going to be really high, and that tire just falls off a cliff before you even get to lap 10, as where the other tire can probably go to at least lap 30. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make this strategy work today, but when there's a will, there's a way.
Explain the benefit of the tow, the slipstream going down.
I mean, we have draggier cars this year with more downforce that we have. So usually the left side gets the best start, so it has done the last couple of years. And there's not really a lot I can do to stop from Valtteri slipstreaming me down into turn 1. So all I can do really is just try and cover the inside. But more likely than not, most cars drag, and the third place car at least has a good shot at taking the lead by turn 1. So it's going to require an awesome start, and then it's going to require some special driving to make those tyres do more than what they currently can do. So whether or not I can do that today, we'll see, but I like the challenge. So
it's exciting stuff. Thank you for your time. All the best today. In a
a sunny Sochi with two Ferrari drivers. Charles, if you don't mind, let's start with you. You were really disappointed yesterday after the qualifying. Does it mean that Ferrari has the pace to fight for a big podium points today?
Yeah, I was disappointed. I mean, every time I get into the car is to try to do the best, and yesterday there was maybe potential to do a little bit better, so I was a little bit frustrated, but that's fine. It's part of the game sometimes, and at the end, today is the race. Today is where we score points, and I'm very, very motivated to try and do a good race. And at the end, after all, it's not that bad to start 11th. We have or 10th, because I think Alex had a penalty. We have the opportunity to choose the tires, so hopefully we can benefit from this.
What does it take to be quick at this particular track?
Sorry?
What does it take to be quick? Is it about balance? Is it about power engine? This?
Well, I think today in the race especially, it's very warm today, so tire management will be a big thing. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the balance throughout all weekend, but tire management will be something big today, so I think the main focus will be on this.
And please a few words on your own language for a grandstand.
Oui, je ne sais pas s'il y a beaucoup de Français dans les tribunes, mais en tout cas, voilà, ça va être une course compliquée. Je vais tout donner aujourd'hui, il fait très chaud, donc je pense que la gestion des pneus sera très compliquée, mais c'est là où on va se concentrer.
Merci.
Merci.
Sebastian, that was a crash yesterday. How is your mood and how is your car today?
Well, I'm fine. The car is fine as well. The mechanics did a good job fixing the car last night, so we're all ready and set for the race.
Could you tell me how did you find out to melt Marshall's hearts with helping them with cleaning the track?
Well, I mean, obviously the session was still going on, and there was some time left, so I wanted to make sure I clear the track, but then there were so many marshals that they were a lot quicker than I was, so I then went back and got checked. So, but yeah, obviously, if you leave a mess, normally you take care of it as well and try to clean up.
Thank you very much, and a few words on your own language, please.
Ja, ich freue mich aufs Rennen. Wird natürlich schwer heute von unserer Startposition. Trotzdem glaube ich, dass einiges drin ist. Es ist sehr heiß heute, die Sonne scheint. Es wird natürlich schwer mit den Reifen hauszuhalten. Aber ja, ich hoffe, dass einiges nach vorne geht und wünsche allen viel Spaß.
Thank you. Dankeschön. Спасибо большое, говорю я трибунам. 31 тысяча человек здесь приветствует, в том числе Себастьяна Феттеля. Ну а я передаю слово своей коллеге Наталье Пинкем.
Well, Alex, I know you're disappointed with your quali yesterday, and they've got another hit today of taking that grid penalty, so you're starting P15. Just tell us why you need to take that penalty to do with your gearbox.
Yeah, just we saw something in the gearbox. I think it's better take it now. Obviously, we were a little bit starting tense. It's most probably safe to do it this way. And yeah, I mean it's 5 positions, so it's not such a big deal. But it just means we'll have to overtake a few more cars.
Well, you've been racing well all season. This is about a recovery drive for you today, and I know that there's a huge amount of competition in the midfield. You're going to have to cut through a lot of cars, but that's something you love to do.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think on this track, we'll see. It's obviously a few places to overtake, turn 2, turn 13 as well. And yeah, I mean, it will be a one-stop race, I'm sure, for everyone. So we'll try and find a place and yeah, get some moves on.
Just tell us about the increase in temperature, how that affects you, and this sort of ever-changing wind. It seems to be impacting everyone.
Yeah, it's tricky here. When the wind changes, the whole track obviously is really affected. But for the tyres, it doesn't change too much. You obviously have to manage it a little bit more. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay, we'll go well today. Thank you for your time. Thanks. Well, Max, yesterday you said you get a good response. Nice to hear the fans back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah?
It's been a while since we've seen them, so it's great to see.
You talked about yesterday being one of your best laps ever. Why do you think you were able to hook it up so well yesterday?
I don't know, sometimes you have that where you're struggling a little bit the whole qualifying, and then in Q3 you make a few changes and suddenly it all comes together a bit more. And most of the qualifying, there's always like a corner where you think, I could have done that a bit better or whatever, but I think that lap was pretty smooth and nice to drive. So yeah, it just felt good out there.
It's funny because you did play down your chances in qualifying and you talked up your race trim. So actually you must be coming in today full of confidence. I know you're starting dirty side of the grid, but P2 does have its benefits, doesn't it? Just tell us why.
Yeah, we just need to try and get a good start, and then of course the toe to turn 2 is massive. So I hope we can get a bit of an advantage there, and then yeah, we'll see what happens into turn 2. But also after that, if nothing happens, I just need to focus on my own race and try to be as close as possible to the Mercedes cars.
And how much of a boost was it in terms of team morale to separate those Mercedes yesterday in quali?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great, to be in this starting position. I think everybody was really enjoying it. So, especially after the last 2 race weekends where we didn't score points because of the retirements, I think it's important, to get a good result here.
And what do you do between now and the race? How do you kind of mentally prepare and get your mindset right? To go
Eat a little bit, talk a bit of fun with my dad and my manager. So nothing special.
Nice. Okay, good. Can we have a quick word in your own language now, please?
Ja, hopelijk wordt het natuurlijk een mooie wedstrijd. Eerste startrij is altijd goed. Mercedes is natuurlijk wel snel, maar ik hoop dat we ze bij kunnen houden. Of in ieder geval iets kunnen volgen en dan iets met strategie kunnen doen. En dan gaan we het wel zien. Hopelijk natuurlijk goede punten.
Have a great race. Thanks a lot.
Well, I'm going to complain if it doesn't do anything, mate. It looks exactly the same.
Already. Lando, let's start with you. Last year you qualified 8th, you started and finished 8th, and here again you're 8th. Is it your favorite spot here?
I guess so. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad position to start in. It's a long run down to turn 1. There's a lot of slipstreaming, a lot of chances before turn 2 to try and go forward a little bit. So that's my aim, but I'll also try and do better than 8th like I did last year.
What result will make you happy by the end of the day?
I think a top 8 in the end of the day isn't terrible, but of course I want to go forward. I think we have a chance to get ahead of a few cars. I guess especially the Renaults is our aim, and maybe the Racing Point, but they also have very good pace, and they were ahead of us yesterday on pure pace. So it's not going to be easy, but if I can get 1 or 2, I'll be happy.
Thank you. Good luck today. Carlos, let's talk to you. Amazing qualifying yesterday and quite promising place to start to launch from.
Yeah, we haven't been too far off this weekend. I think we have a small chance of trying to put a fight on the Renaults and the Racing Points, but as Lando said, they are a bit ahead in raw pace, and it will require some very good racing from us and some very good strategy to finish ahead of them. So I think we are starting more or less where we can finish, and if we gain any positions, it's going to be thanks to something a bit out of the ordinary and trying to do a good start, a good first few laps, and some good strategy.
So do you think it's possible to fight for podium or for best of the rest?
I think at the moment, with the pace we have, the podium is a bit out of reach. But it doesn't mean like if something odd happens, we can target it. It's just very difficult on pure pace.
Thank you very much. Good luck today, and a few words on your own language, please.
I mean, everyone is. They're not gonna understand me.
Well, if you
but,
can speak Russian.
Hola a todos. No, estoy contento con la clasificación de ayer. Creo que vamos por el buen camino, pero aún así el Racing Point y el Renault son un poquito más rápidos que nosotros. Si no pasa nada, intentaremos ganar una posición o 2 en la salida o en la estrategia. De todos modos, empezamos donde debemos y habrá que ver qué pasa.
Mucha suerte. Thank you.
Gracias.
You forgot there were fans then for a minute, didn't you? It's quite a nice surprise.
We walked out and it's been a while, so I completely forgot. It's really good to have a few in the stands.
It's a lovely boost. Okay, so P5 today. You have been looking really strong all weekend. Did you secretly hope to be even a little bit further up the order yesterday?
I mean, I think after Q2, obviously seeing yourself, everyone's like, oh, what can he do in Q3? But look, I was happy with the top 5. Obviously Perez was there, so yeah, I could say 4th would have been like the very best we could have done, but we couldn't have got into the top 3. So but we're there. I'll bank on clean side of the grid.
There is so little to choose between you and Racing Point and McLaren and even Red Bull. You've got Alex Albon starting P15 today. What is going to make the difference here? I mean, it's certainly your performance trajectory is improving, and this is a track that suddenly this weekend you seem quite at one with.
Yeah, I didn't really hear a word you said, but I think I got you. Where you can make the difference and all that, I think I got anyway. I mean, here the start it's one of the longest runs to turn 1 of the year, maybe the longest. So getting a good launch, getting track position, I think if I can get it on Perez, then obviously it sets us up well for the race. And I think everyone's plan A is a one-stop, so track position's crucial. Personally, I've picked a few things up this weekend around this track, so feeling more comfortable and confident than I have in the past. So I'll try to use that to my advantage. Yeah,
you certainly did your homework, didn't you, coming into this? Because it was a track that kind of niggled you a bit in the past.
Yeah, it hasn't been one I've particularly gone too well on or adored. So I figured if I go well on it, then I'll like it a bit more. So that's the recipe.
100%. Good luck today. Thank you so much. Let's have a quick chat then with your teammate. Esteban, how are you? How are you feeling about P7? I know that there's definitely a good mood in the team at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah,
Feels like everyone's on the up.
Exactly. I mean, we've been performing so well since a couple of races. A lot of understanding has been going on, and it's great because we've been quick the whole weekend. We've been testing a lot of different things, and we are moving up basically. So it's not our best track here, but we've been performing, and today we're on the mix to fight. It's awesome to see people back in the grandstand. It's like a bit of normality come back, and yeah, really happy to see that people are supporting us here.
It is kind of surreal, isn't it? Tell us a bit about the challenges of this track. It's quite technical. I know a lot of you were struggling for grip yesterday, and there's this wind that just keeps changing and catching people out at turn 2.
Exactly. It was very, very different conditions compared to any practice we had in quali, so a bit more of a challenge for the drivers, which was very enjoyable. It's going back a bit like Friday today, so we should be, we should know where the direction is, where the grip is, and today we're starting on the good side of the grid, so that's good news.
So is it just a strong haul of points that you're looking for as a team? Is that the realistic target?
Yeah, it is, but looking at the last couple of races, I think everything's possible because there's been so many madness, so many things happening. We saw it again on the F2 race, there are stuff happening, so this year is a bit crazy in all aspects, but also on the racing side, and that's why I think everything's possible.
I like the music, it's getting me going.
It's good, huh?
Good, isn't it?
Good, huh? Exactly.
Can we have a few words in your own language, please?
Bien sûr. Non, je pense que ça a été deux bonnes journées, le vendredi et le samedi. On s'est bien qualifié, la voiture performe. On va partir du beau comté de la piste aussi pour faire le départ. Donc voilà, on est dans le match, on est là pour se battre et je pense que ça va être serré, mais en tout cas on va tout faire pour finir bien.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup. Bonne chance.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Sochi. Привет, Даня. Обращаюсь к тебе по-русски. Ты слышишь, как поддерживает тебя здесь трибуна. Расскажи, как у тебя настроение, тем более, что ты отыграл одну позицию за счет штрафа у Алекса Албона впереди. Ты стартуешь 11-м.
Я и не знал. Во-первых, всем привет. Я всех очень рад видеть. Это первая гонка в этом году, где так много болельщиков на трибунах. И, к счастью для меня, это моя домашняя гонка. Поэтому очень рад всех видеть. Спасибо, что пришли. Уже 6 или 7 лет я вас вижу на трибунах каждый год, и мне ваша поддержка очень дорога.
Спасибо. Thank you. And let's translate it in English. Danny, your home ground, I hope will help you today as you gained the position already before the start because of Alex Albon gearbox penalty.
Yes. I think we will do our best today in the race. We have all the opportunities to try and make a strong race. So yeah, we will see. It's going to be an interesting race, I hope.
Дань, еще один вопрос. One more question in Russian. Как у тебя настроение? Мне кажется, ты сосредоточен, уже думаешь целиком о гонке.
Конечно, да, это всегда обычная процедура для воскресенья, всегда максимальная концентрация, много о чем есть подумать. Мы только что провели встречу с инженерами, мы готовы к гонке, и у нас есть план, стратегия, мы должны его хорошо выполнить сегодня, вот и все.
And let's translate it once more in English. How's your mood? I see you're quite serious.
It's a usual thing for Sunday. You're always fully focused and you try your best to execute the plan we have put for the race today with our strategists and engineers.
Спасибо. Thank you very much.
Спасибо всем большое. Спасибо.
Hi Pierre.
Hi.
Congratulations on your good qualifying position, but is it enough to hold Red Bull and Ferrari behind you?
Yeah, I hope so. I think we had a good quali. We were pretty pleased yesterday. But yeah, obviously today is the most important day. We got to keep our position, try to get some more points. I think we have a good package for the race. And yeah, we'll see on Friday. I felt good in the long run. So I think we have a good car to fight today.
Do you feel the support from the crowd here because of the first time of the season we have audience here on grandstands?
No, I'm really happy we can see some people in the grandstands. It brings a bit more energy, better atmosphere, and yeah, it's good to see that from one race to another it's going in the right direction, and hopefully we can see more and more people in the coming races. Yeah.
Okay, and please a few words on your own language.
Oui, du coup on a eu une bonne qualif hier. On était content d'aller en Q3. Je pense qu'on a une bonne place sur la grille. Maintenant, il va falloir se bagarrer, essayer d'aller chercher quelques points pendant la course. Je me sentais plutôt bien vendredi pendant les longs runs. Donc j'espère que ce sera encore le cas aujourd'hui et qu'on ira se battre pour aller chercher
Thank you
des
very
points.
much.
Merci.
Thank you.
Well, Checo, that was some performance yesterday in quali. Just tell us how you managed to hook up such a strong lap.
Yeah, it was a pretty good lap. I think we managed to put together the lap when it counts. Qualifying was very difficult with the wind because it all changed when we got to qualifying. So putting that lap together in Q3 made a difference. I think we are in a good position. Unfortunately, on the dirty side at the start, it's a long run into turn one, but yeah, anything can happen. I hope we can move upwards from there.
I mean, it's going to be an exciting race. Everyone's kind of on the edge of their seats. What do you have to do to convert that P4 into a podium? Because I know anything short of that you'll be disappointed with, won't you?
Yeah, really. I think I don't know how much the podium is in the cards. I think you got the two Mercedes that are up there. Red Bull, I was expecting Max to be around us a bit more, but he just stepped up a lot in qualifying, so I expect them to be quicker as well, but we will see.
And what's the overtaking options here?
Well, it's a very track position race. You have to be in front. This is not a track where it's easy to overtake. It's a low deck circuit, so one-stop race, and yeah, not a lot to play for really.
But I mean, it's fantastic that you're in a position that we're even talking about podiums for a Racing Point, isn't it? This car is competitive. It's strong in race trim.
Yeah, the car is pretty competitive, pretty quick. So yeah, I hope today. The season has been so bad so far to us, you know, so much bad luck we've had that hopefully today we can have it back.
Well, all the best. And if we could just have a quick word in your own language, please.
Sí, esperemos que hoy sea un buen día. Tenemos todo para concretarlo. Esperemos llegar al podium, aunque será complicado, ¿no? Tienes a los dos Mercedes y Max que están un paso adelante de nosotros, pero bueno, lo intentaremos todo y esperemos tener una carrera divertida.
Muchas gracias. Lance, I know yesterday was a frustrating time for you, obviously not being able to go out in Q3 because of overheating. Today's another day though, and you get promoted one slot because of Alex's penalty. So how are you feeling about the race, and how can you guarantee a good bag full of points for the team?
Yeah, it's you know, not where we want to be starting, but you know, we just got to bounce back today, try and score some good points, get a good start. And see what we can do. I believe we have a strong car under us, you know, so we can pick up some places today.
How much are you enjoying your racing this year? It's great to have the opportunity in the car to really showcase your talent.
Absolutely, it's been a lot of fun. You know, fighting up at the front, You know, unfortunately, we had you know, some big points slip away from us in Mugello. You know, we were in the hunt for a podium there. Today, the other car's starting in a good position, so you know, hopefully he can pick up some big points for the team, and I'm going to try and make my way up the field.
See, I think that you racers relish that opportunity. I know it's disappointing to qualify further down the grid, but you do get the chance to put in some great overtakes, which is what it's all about, isn't it?
For sure, the points are on Sunday, so you know, it was frustrating yesterday not to get out of Q2, but you know, today's a new day and full of opportunity.
So, do you have a target in mind?
No, we'll see. You know, we'll see how we get on at the beginning of the race. We'll see where we end up after the first lap, and then from there, yeah, put our foot down. Like I said, we got strong pace, so we'll just try and make it work.
All the best today.
Thanks.
Good luck. Thank you for your time.
We are with Alfa Romeo's driver Antonio Giovinazzi. Antonio, you out-qualified your partner yesterday, but what's the goal for the race?
The goal for the race, you know, is still the same. Try to do our best. I know that will be difficult, especially starting from where we're starting. But you know, we will try our best. Do good first lap. Strategy for us will be quite, you know, medium hard or hard medium. So we need to decide just on these. And then we'll see. You know, I think we need again a chaotic race like Mugello and Monza to try to score points, but we will try our best.
Is it easy to overtake at this track? What do you think?
Not really. Of course, you have a long straight, two long straight, but you know, it's coming. You come out from a slow corner that is the last corner, but yeah, for sure it's not impossible. So we will try to overtake.
Is it one stopper today?
Sorry?
Is it just one stop today?
We don't know. I think for us that we don't start on soft can be, but you know, it's still not 100%. So we will see during the race.
Thank you. And a few words in your own language, if you don't mind.
Sì, sarà una gara sicuramente non facile, soprattutto partendo dalla 17ª posizione, però dobbiamo cercare di fare una buona partenza, un buon primo giro. E poi cercare di restare davanti agli altri. Non sarà facile, però cercheremo di fare il nostro massimo.
Thank you, grazie. Kimi, welcome to Russia. Can you hear that the grandstand support you?
Yeah, it's a lot of support. Hopefully we can give a good race for them also.
Your starting position is not ideal for the race, but what do you expect? Do you think it will be possible to fight for points today?
Yeah, it will be difficult obviously after yesterday, but we'll do our best and see what we get. And yeah, it's not an easy track to overtake, so far from ideal, but you know, I think we had more speed, but obviously I spun and we couldn't put a good lap in it, so we'll see what we can do.
Thank you very much. Best luck, but just one moment, please, on your own language.
No, varmaan vaikea kisa tulossa, mutta katsotaan, yritetään parhaamme ja katsotaan mitä saadaan. Ollaan vähän ehkä, tai vauhti olisi ollut enemmän, mutta jos tekee virheitä, niin sitten lähtöpaikka on mikä on.
Thank you.
Well, Roman, P16 is not where you or the team want to be, but you do feel, certainly yesterday you said you got the most out of the car and you're seeing improvements, and that's the crucial thing.
Yeah, I think so. You know, we had a difficult Friday and yesterday quali went okay. Obviously there's always more we can have, but when you only have a couple of chances in Q1, you need to do the best, and I guess, you know, we are where we kind of expected to be. Maybe a touch on the back foot, but not too far away.
Okay, so if you have a look around you, the other teams that be racing, how do you think you compare in terms of race trim?
I think realistically we're fighting the Alfa Romeos, the Williams, possibly Vettel. So yeah, we're not looking very good, but you never know what can happen. The last few races have been pretty intense, so if anything happens, we're ready.
That's the key, isn't it? It's about making the most of the moment. And as you say, we have seen so much drama. We haven't been able to predict anything, and it's about capitalising on it when it does.
Yeah, very much. For us, in the situation we are, we know that on the road pace, we're not in the top 10. So whenever anything happens, we need to be ready, take the occasion, and never give up.
All the best today. If we could have a few words in your own language, please.
Effectivement, plutôt satisfait avec la qualification. On savait que ça valait pas être un week-end facile pour nous ici, donc être à la porte de la Q2, c'est pas mal. Aujourd'hui, notre rythme de course nous dit qu'on va pouvoir se battre avec les Alfa Romeo et les Williams, peut-être Vettel. Voilà, donc pour aller chercher des points, il faudra que quelque chose se produise dans la course. Après, les dernières courses ont été un petit peu folles, donc on espère que ça sera le cas encore et pouvoir capitaliser là-dessus.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Well, good luck today. Kevin, it didn't quite come together for you yesterday in quali P18. We're hearing though from Good Steiner that so much effort is going in from the whole team and of course from you drivers. How much heart do you take from the fact that you are edging forward?
Yeah, it's a challenging year in general, this one, but you know, I think we've managed to score a point, and still, you know, we've been able to, you know, take the opportunity whenever we've had something out of the ordinary, like safety cars, and strategically we've you know, gone for points every time, even though our car is not quite fast enough for top 10. You know, we still have points in mind, and I think that's the right mindset. So that's really how we go into today as well, trying to maximize our chances of any things out of the ordinary, and take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, so a positive mindset is obviously crucial, and also just being able to be reactive and have a plan B that you can put into place. You know, we're talking such marginal gains that do then make a massive difference when you look at just how tight this competition is around you.
Yeah, it is very, very tight, even at down the back where we are. It's, you know, only a tenth or two can make a pretty big difference. So yeah, it's tough. It's competitive, even down there, and that's why yesterday, you know, cost a lot. Even though I only lost a couple of tenths down in turn 2, those couple of tenths just meant that I went from P15 to 18. So it's 3 positions that you lose in a small mistake. But you know, I'll try and make it up on the first lap anyway, and then hopefully, as I said, have a good race and look for those opportunities.
All the best today. If we could just have a word in your own language, please.
Ja, vi fik ikke det bedste ud af tidtagning i går, men starter 18'er, må prøve at tage nogle positioner i første omgang, og så prøve at drage fordel af, hvis der sker noget, safety car eller nogle ting som det, så må vi tage fordel af det.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Hello, Nicholas. Welcome to sunny Sochi for Russian Grand Prix. It was rather disappointing qualifying for you yesterday, but on the other hand, it's your first time on the Formula One car at this track.
Yeah, it was not ideal yesterday. I think there was much more pace in the car, but really we just struggled with some braking issues, which just compromised the whole session. And we did see quite clearly what it was in the data, and we resolved the issue. So I'm not expecting it to be a problem today. Just a shame to miss out on potentially a higher starting position. But it'll be a long race, very hot, as you said. We've geared the car more towards race pace anyways, so hopefully we'll be able to move forward.
It's going to be a long race, as you said. It's going to be a hottest race of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I think normally this track historically is quite easy for the tires to manage. It's normally also quite a bit cooler here when we race, so hopefully the temperature makes it a bit tricky for everyone to manage, and maybe we can capitalize on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. George, coming to you. 6th time you're in Q2 this season. Can you hear the crowd saying hello?
I don't know if they're clapping at me or who they're waving at, but hello anyway.
Can your fans be optimistic today for the points?
I think so. I mean, we're starting P13. The car is really quick in the straights, which will help us to attack and to defend. The guys in the top 10 are all on the soft, which will make it really difficult to manage. So I'll be giving it everything, and I'm getting tired of having bad Sundays and only good Saturdays. So I'm putting a lot of effort to have a good Sunday.
What are the key points here at this track?
Well, I think the key point in any race, firstly, is a good start, and this is something I've missed quite a few times this year. So a good start and making sure you're good in sector 3 to avoid to overtake or to attack into turn 2.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Thank you very much to all the audience, and thank you to the crowd saying hello. I'll say some words in Russian. Всем привет! Всем доброе утро и хорошей гонки сегодня. Давайте поддерживайте всех пилотов, которые здесь выступают для вас. Спасибо!